All right, y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm King Tyson. Don't forget to like and subscribe like I always tell y'all to do in the beginning of the end of my videos. Check it out. Before we start, write me at kingtyson713@yahoo.com. If you want my advice about something, you want my opinion about something, write me kingtyson713@yahoo.com. Also, if you like this content, please don't forget to go to the video tab section of this YouTube channel. Click on the title that's interesting to you on the video, watch it, give me some feedback in the comments. I really appreciate that. So look, let's get on this video. I left therapy today, man. Shout out to my therapist, Dr. Ricardo. We were talking about the 6 stages of a relationship, right? The 6 stages of a relationship. And I took my interpretation from it, and I decided to create the 5 stages of a relationship, right? Which the 6 steps of relationship, the fifth step kind of go in with the 6th step. So I just cut out the 6th step and just made it the 5 steps for my own interpretation, right? Now, on these stages of a relationship, these 5 steps of a relationship, this is pretty common of all relationships, right? So you have step 1 is the romance phase, right? This is the stage where when you first meet somebody, this is the phase where everything is perfect, right? Everything they do is cute. You know what I'm saying? You just love being around them. You know, y'all just starting to learn about each other. You start laughing at each other jokes all the time. Everything is cool. You know, you haven't had any arguments yet. Everything is just right. You just love being around each other. Always talking on the phone. You FaceTime, you texting. You know, it's like you can't get enough of this person. This is the romance stage. This is the first stage of a relationship, right? The second stage is what we call the reality stage. This is when a little bit of time has progressed. Y'all starting to get to know each other more and more. Now you start to see things that this is how this person is, and then they see how you are, and how, you know, and you might have a little issues with them, you know, and this is a normal. Ain't nothing wrong with it. This is normal. Now the romance stages out. Not saying that y'all don't do no romancing, but the everything is adorable stage is out the way. Now reality sinks in of this relationship, right? But you see little things, you don't really talk about it, you know, you just kind of ignore them, you know, you're like, okay, you know, this is, you know, I'm fine with this, you know, but the little stuff kind of bother me, but it's not a big deal right now, right? You go on to the next stage of this relationship, and that is the power struggle stage. Now, some more time has went by. Now, y'all have a power struggle with each other, right? You're in a fork of the road in your relationship. You're trying to figure out what's going on. You point fingers at them, they point fingers at you. Y'all might be having some issues, some problems that y'all not really getting past it. You know, y'all might get past it. Some days are better than others, but when it's bad, it's bad. You know, this is a power struggle. A lot of people break up in this sense of the relationship when it comes to the power struggle side, because a lot of times people don't talk out their problems. A lot of relationships could be saved if y'all communicate and like go from the bottom of the pits of your stomach and talk about what the root of what you're feeling. And another person have to be willing to listen. So you have to be willing to reciprocate when each other with each other. You know, when someone's trying to speak their piece, you got to listen, because sometimes we quick to always want to tell our point, but we don't want to listen to the point of the other person, no matter how crazy you think it is. You know, you might even try to shut them out. You know, you like, listen, man, I don't want to hear nothing you saying. I don't believe what you're saying. Now you telling them that they're lying about stuff. You know, you don't want to listen to it. That's when people break up in the power struggle stage of their relationship. And every relationship eventually goes through this. Y'all start really having issues. It's a rough patch in your relationship, right? Especially if you start becoming a longer period of time y'all being together in this relationship, right? Because we know every day it's not going to be roses. You know, that's just normal. You know, but someone has to be a So how you get past this power struggle stage is someone has to be mature in a relationship and say, listen, hey, either we can talk with each other and try to work some resolution out because we both love each other and we want to resolve this relationship, or we need some outside help where we can get some counseling, some therapy, whatever. A lot of times that helps out, because if you go to a therapy, you go to a counselor, go to someone who doesn't know neither one of you. Don't go to a family member. Don't go to a friend, because your friend and your family member is going to be biased. They're going to always be on your side. They're not going to see the other person's side because they know you. They're close with you. They have their relationship with you. So if you don't work out with your relationship, you're always going to have your family and your friends. So this is the reason why you don't really want to talk about it with them. You want to go to someone who doesn't know neither one of you, and they coming from an unbiased opinion. Because like I said, I made a previous video, sometimes you tell your friends and your family things going on in your relationship, they might give you some bad advice because they only see it from your point of view. Or sometimes people have an underlying jealousy intent about your relationship. I want to tell people that sometimes people in your family, your friends, your close circles, when they see you happy in a relationship, some people be jealous of that, especially if they're not happy in their relationship. A lot of times we tend to tell people who are not happy in their own relationship or don't have a relationship, we tell them our problems about our relationship, and we got to stop doing that. We got to stop doing that, because people that have successful relationships that we see, we don't really like to tell them about our problems, because you're like, well, they're successful in their relationship. I don't want them to look at me like I'm not doing good in my relationship. So we tend to lean towards people who don't keep relationships or who have bad relationships. So we got to stop doing that. It's something that people got to stop doing in relationships, right? So look, someone has to be mature in this relationship, and either y'all take the other person or the person take you, and y'all tend to work it out, whether it's through communication or through outside help, right? Once you get past, and y'all can come to some type of resolution. Once you get past this stage, the fourth stage of the 6 stages of the 5 stages of a relationship is you find yourself. Now, finding yourself is both of y'all finding yourselves. Once y'all get past the power struggle relationship, once you kind of somewhat get an understanding, you got to find yourself. Because a lot of times in relationships, we tend to lose ourselves while we in relationships. And when you lose yourself in a relationship because you're trying to do everything you can to not make this person mad, you tend to try to feel like you're walking on eggshells to try to please this person because you feel like you don't invested time in them and you don't want this relationship to end. People, you need to not be afraid to leave. Finding yourself is also taking a step back, taking a breather, breaking up to where you find yourself, is this breakup is something that's right for us or right for myself. Breakups are good sometimes. Breakups, like I said, I make videos about this before. Breakups can sometimes make or break a relationship, because a breakup could teach you when you move on. This could not teach you, but this can determine whether you miss this person and you want to work it out, or you feel like, you know what, I'm better off being alone. This is what finding yourself is, a part of the fourth stage of relationships. Finding yourself. And both of you have to find yourself. Both of you have to find other hobbies, other things that you're interested in besides y'all that can pull it away from y'all for a second, because maybe y'all are too vested towards each other and you both are losing your own identity because you're always with this person, right? So once you find yourself, whether y'all break up or you get back or you stay together and y'all find yourself and y'all have to understanding, then you are becoming accepting of each other. And that's the fifth and final stage of a relationship. So y'all both realize, okay, this is once you find yourself, what you really want to do, you know what, we both Both of us want this relationship, not just one person, because remember, in order for a successful relationship to work, both of you have to put the work in. If one person is putting the work in, the other person's not, the relationship is not going to work. I promise you, it is not going to work. You both have to want to make this relationship work. That's how you get to the fifth and final stage of a relationship, is accepting of each other, of who you both are, the baggage that you both come with, or how y'all characteristics are. Y'all accepting of each other, and you say, listen, even though we both have flaws, we're going to make this relationship work because we love each other, and if we're going through something, we should be able to talk it out and work it out. That's the best thing. That is a successful relationship. These are the 5 stages of a relationship that you're going to go through. You're going to go through the romance stage, the reality stage, the power struggle stage, the finding yourself stage, and accepting of each other stage. Now, sometimes in a relationship, the longer you go into a relationship, sometimes one person might slip back. You might go from the accepting of each other stage to a power struggle stage. But you have to be able to work it out effectively. You have to be effective when you work it out. You have to be understanding. Someone has to be mature in a relationship, because everybody falls short. We're human. You know, everything is not going to be very blissful in a relationship, but we have to understand the power of communication on both parts. We have to understand, we have to work on that. Y'all, a lot of relationships can be saved if we understand the power of communication, being totally honest with each other, not holding anything back. A lot of times we will throw away relationships because we're not totally honest with the other person. We would rather just leave than be totally honest with the person. And then you get with the next person, you get with the next person, you get with the next person, and it's the same thing, because you're not totally honest with yourself. You're lying to yourself, because this is the way you are is a certain way, and you won't tell the person that you're dealing with that this is who you truly are, whatever that case might be. So these are the 5 stages of a relationship. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. I'm King Tyson. Peace and blessings. One love. I'm out.